Hey, Les.
Hey, Ange. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Welcome to another episode of Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
I don't want to
Hey,
start
guys.
laughing and joking and stuff until we get the intro out and you do your Brooklyn thing.
Okay. Good call.
But we come in laughing, isn't that something? Because we're always laughing. One thing I just want to tell you is that, as you were saying, Brooklyn, do you know Marcus does that now when he says Brooklyn?
Are you kidding me?
Mom does that now when she says Brooklyn.
Wow. That's
it's
lovely.
Going viral.
That is lovely.
So
lovely.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's I'm a little delayed, but it's okay. We can have our editor work his magic.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. Shout out to Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt. Thank you for all you do for us, making us look like we know what we're doing.
Yep.
So, folks, we are here. This is kind of in between season 2 and 3, because we're not ever not going to give you content. We realize that it wasn't a good thing to leave such a gap between seasons 1 and 2. You were not happy with us. And we don't have to, because guess what? We kept talking in between those seasons.
Yeah, we kept talking.
We did.
Every day, several times a day.
But, you know, we were new. We're still new, but what we learn as we go along. And so something happened over the last day or two. It seems like it's been weeks, but it's been the last day or two. And as we were talking about it, and there were some revelations that came out of it. Podcast. So here we are.
Always. It's like here we're sitting, we're talking, and it's like, you know what? This should be on the podcast. So and then we even go as far as to say, let's stop talking about it so that it's new.
Because I want to surprise you. Oh my gosh.
So that nothing is rehearsed.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Because we don't want to do that. But so what happened was...
So here I am in my Wonder Woman t-shirt.
Whoop, whoop. I should have worn mine.
I know. But
I should have worn mine. I know. Yeah. We didn't coordinate. We just said that, hey, we're just going to come as you are. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we did. But anyway, so I decided to get a new car. And...
oh, boy.
And you'll find out what kind of car I got. But first know that Leslie was shocked that this is the car that I wanted. She was shocked. And I'm like, how could you not know?
So listen, let me just give my side of the story.
Okay, go.
One, I did not realize that there were things about you, especially fundamental things like what you admire and like in a car. I didn't realize
that's fundamental.
That's
fundamental.
I think that's fundamental. Heck yeah. Okay.
I think fundamental is my favorite color. I don't think it's
yeah, well, okay,
what I like in cars, but okay.
What you like in a car, because from what I've learned, and I didn't learn all of it because you promised that you would reveal some of it on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
That there's a whole backstory to why you like this particular car or this genre of cars or what have you that I didn't know about. This is you and Mark's thing.
This is me and my brother Mark.
The other thing, I'm still going to believe that the only reason you needed to swap your car is because I just bought a new car.
Wait. Okay, hold on. So... that's
Leslie's, what I'm gonna say.
Leslie just bought her 4th car. Yes, you heard me right. Her 4th car. So the fact that I didn't get triggered in car number 1 nor car number 2 nor car number 3. And now she's thinking I'm biting because
This
on
is
her
it. This is
fourth car,
it.
I decided to get a car.
That's because
Really?
you've held
Okay.
back.
Okay. Yes.
You've held back all
Yes.
this
Yes.
time, and now it just burst open.
No, I just had to do it. Um, so the backstory is that when I was growing up in Brooklyn, my family, we immigrated from Jamaica, and my mom came to America before the rest of us did. And by the time we came up, she had already bought a brownstone, and so we had this beautiful, happy life in Bed-Stuy in our
Mm-hmm.
brownstone. And my brother, who was always into cars, our father was a master mechanic, among other things, and so he was always fascinated by cars. And he is 2 years my senior. So I'm just pee pee cluck cluck behind him. And so I got
Mm-hmm.
fascinated. Guys, this is when Legos were just one color. They were like a light blue. Yes.
I
Legos
never
didn't
knew
always
such a
have
thing.
color. Yes.
Oh, come on. You're not
Yes.
that
Look
old.
look it up. We had light blue Legos and we would string up because brownstones they're narrow but they go deep back. So we had our
Mm-hmm.
dining room, living room, and like a sitting room um, right in line with each other, and we would um, hook up a string, some type of cord, um, probably like a fishing wire, between the rooms, and then we we would create the Legos with the wheel on top, and we would
Mm-hmm.
let it run down
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 the
the length
court?
of the string. Yeah, so
Really?
we would see things fly. It was amazing. We had such a beautiful um childhood, just experimenting
With your single
and
color Lego.
with our
Okay.
single color Lego. Oh my gosh, the amount of joy that we got out of those things. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so my brother ended up being an engineer, an aeronautical engineer, and as did I, because I
Is
just
that
followed
why
in
you went
line.
into engineering? Okay.
Right. He continues to be very much into cars. Me, not so much. But growing up with him, I knew every car. All I needed to see either the back of the car, where the lights were, the shape of the lights. I could spot them like a mile away. And there were certain cars that we really liked, that he really liked, and
Uh-huh.
I just kind of pee pee cluck cluck behind him.
Okay.
Mustang Mark V. The Corvette, it was up there, but we just did that just because, just to be nice. But we
Okay.
really like the muscle cars. At least I
Yes.
started to like the muscle cars. So the Charger, the Challenger, those I've
And
always
see,
liked.
and it's
Even the
shocking to me
Camaro.
because this is like Dukes of Hazard stuff, you know, Bo and Luke Duke. So it's like I can't even relate to this. This is something like to me a Middle America
Yeah,
or Southern America.
right.
Not what a black female would. I don't get it.
Well,
I don't get it.
Miss Barry Manilow fan, don't
Oh,
judge me.
don't get on
Don't
me. I'm a
judge
fan
me.
of low. Don't go there.
Don't judge me.
Okay.
But I've always loved these cars. And so I was kind of done with the little mini SUV that I got, mostly for business. But I'm like, now's the time. This is what we're telling everyone, right? Make your
Yeah.
next chapter your best chapter. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Make your
decided to
move.
get what I really liked, and
Wait till
I
you
got
guys
it.
hear and
Oh
see a
my
picture
God.
of this
It's
car. It's
so
like, what?
beautiful. It's so
Mind blown.
beautiful.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This
So,
is why we had to talk about it.
so I got home, opened the garage, and it could barely fit in the garage. So it's because it's long. I never knew that I shouldn't say it could barely fit. We have to remove a few things
Okay.
for it to fit because the trash cans we have to kind of reorient. But it's beautiful. I keep opening the door
What
and
kind of
looking
car
at
is
it.
it?
I got a Charger.
Oh my gosh, a
It's
Dodge Charger.
so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And
It's
I
bright
didn't
red. It's
I
like
didn't
candy apple
it's
red.
like it's like cherry red actually. It's like the red
Yeah,
of my BMW a little bit. But I didn't realize how many red cars that I have had. But
yeah.
I wasn't looking for a red car at this time actually. I wanted
Blue. Oh,
no,
green, green,
I
green.
wanted
That's your
green,
favorite color.
but the
See, I
green
know
that
your
I
favorite color.
yes, you do. But it didn't have all the features that I liked. And then I saw a blue one that was nice that had some features, but it was a GT. Not interested. Too much power. I was I was so nervous test driving it. I'm like, if I press this accelerator, I'm gonna hit this other car. I'm gonna go up under this other car. So no on that one. And so this one had all the features that I liked, and it was red. And you reminded me that my GTI was red,
Mm-hmm.
my first car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've had quite a
What
few red
else?
cars.
I had an SUV. Remember that big one when the kids were little?
That
It
was
was,
white.
no, that was the second one. Remember I had one that was fire engine red?
No.
Don't you remember when I drove all your nephews and Omari? We all went to Virginia. I don't,
Virginia?
yeah, it
I
was in
thought we
that
were in
car.
the white one because I remember
No.
there must have been about 19 people in that car.
Yes,
And I
because
just remember like the kids didn't have a seat, so they had to
yes,
sit on the floor
they were
and use
sitting in
like
the
our legs as
middle.
the back. As
Seatbelts
oh
don't,
my
please don't come
god!
after us. Please don't come after us.
But no,
No,
I mean
but
that was what we did
there
back
was
in the
no place for
day.
them to go,
There was no
so it
place
was
for them to
good.
go. It was
But
just
that was
everybody get in.
remember that was a Chevy Venture.
I remember it,
It
but
was
it was
bigger
red.
than the than the Sienna.
Mm,
So
okay.
that was
So here
red.
you are with your
And,
red car again. I can't even imagine what
and
I'm
then the
gonna
last one
look
was
like,
red.
what you're gonna look like when you're in it.
I can't wait. And guys, so I already decided with this car, whatever it was, I was gonna get a decal, a Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn decal. I was gonna put it on the back. Don't tempt me because I have the whole car wrapped. Don't tempt me, Leslie. Do not tempt me. Don't. Because I'm feeling myself now. So I'm
Yeah.
getting a decal in the back. I'll get one for you. Did you mention bumper
Okay.
sticker? You mentioned a bumper sticker. I'm not putting a bumper sticker on it.
No, you don't have to, but I
No,
wear my little bumper stickers, but it's
no.
okay.
So it's going to be plastered. Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn is going to be plastered on the back. And last thing I'll say for now is that it's almost the same color red as the as our logo. I cannot wait
But it's
to get
also
this on the
almost the
car.
same color red as your signature lipstick.
Ah, no, that one is a little more blue red. This one is a little more
Oh,
orangey
okay.
red. Um, but the important thing is that it coordinates with our logo because this is the epitome of what Black Women Besties from Brooklyn is all about, which is making your next chapter your best chapter, living your best
Okay.
life,
Okay. Getting that
and
red charger if
get
that's
that
what
red
you
charger
want.
if that's what you want. Because when?
Yeah.
How
Even if it
many?
shocks me that you want a charger.
I, you see,
But no,
you're
I understand the backstory.
okay. Okay. Do you feel like you don't know me? Am I a fraud?
Well, it shocked the hell out of me. I'm like, what? I thought you were kidding.
I know you did. I know
But
you did.
because it's never come up before. I've been with you
Yeah.
many times through
Yeah.
car buying and things like that. You've never said, I want a muscle car. You
No.
know?
Well, I don't know if I think of it as that. It's just
It's a muscle car.
I it might be. It's just that it's not how I thought of it. To me, it's just pure nostalgia.
I see.
I feel good in it. I took it for a spin today. I just rode like there's a huge lake and park, Jordan Lake, and drove there. Has a nice sunroof and had Sade and Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder playing, and
That's nice. Yeah,
it
that
was
is
just
a
really
nice
cool.
that's a nice
Yeah.
memory.
So you're happy for me?
I am.
Okay, I'm
I'm
happy
very
for you
happy for
too.
you.
I'm happy. I just need to figure out where to put the trash cans. That is going to be That
All
is my
right.
issue, but mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we recorded this little tidbit in between our seasons. We're going to come back with quite a few of these little nuggets, I'll say, just interesting conversations and things that bring us closer to you all and you closer to us in between our seasons of juiciness.
And we are planning out another amazing season. We're going to go a little deeper and deeper into some topics that may be considered controversial or
Mm-hmm.
taboo or all the things. But one thing I want to say before I leave, because you know, we I want you to think about what you are denying yourself. What is it that
Oh,
you have desired, that you worked hard for? I'm not going to say, honestly, that I don't feel some kind of um, uh, guilt, may be too strong a word, but some kind of apprehension about
mm-hmm.
treating myself like this, doing something totally for me. Um, and I really had to push against that because everyone wanted this for me. You know what I mean? And so the
Sure,
idea
sure.
that maybe I shouldn't, and does this make sense? And what do you think you're doing? That type of thing. I had to push through that, and so
Wow.
I want to encourage you all to think about what it is that you are denying yourself,
And
um,
why you're denying yourself,
and why,
like,
and why.
think about what are the stories that you might be telling yourself.
Right?
Are those stories still valid?
Yeah.
Were they ever
Yeah.
valid?
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know One
Mm-hmm.
thing that I have wrestled with for not so much anymore, but in the past, whether or not, one, that I deserved to treat myself to some of the things that I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but two, whether or not doing so was selfish of me,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah. 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 We do
So,
have to
yeah.
investigate things like that.
Yeah, yeah, because
So
I have no problem bending over backwards and doing for others. I
exactly.
wouldn't question if, my son or my husband wanted something that was, you know, very expensive
Right.
or
Right.
more than what I thought they needed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If the fact that they wanted it or asked me and I was able to provide it, I
Right.
would be happy to do that. But
Yeah.
I scrutinize the things that I would want for myself a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that you just have to think about.
Yeah. So make sure you think about that, and get what you need. Get what you need. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you for
Yes.
listening.
And this was another brief episode of, hey, let's call this a selected short.
Okay.
Although does that show we can't own that because there's a NPR show called Selected Shorts. But this was a selective short
Oh, okay. I like
by
that little
Black
change.
Boomer Besties from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. See you next time.